for Shine 9. Shine 9. Shine 9. Shine Q. That's 9 in Japanese, for those of you that don't know. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who don't know, I am Daphne, the Queen of Scream. Yes, pop for Daphne, thank you very much. See, do I have anything else? I don't. So we're just gonna go straight in with our first match. It's going to be scheduled for one fall. And we're gonna give them 22 minutes for this match.
You're just making numbers up.
He said.
It is Friday night, April the 19th, and we are live at the Orpheum in Eevee City. I am Lenny Leonard, and I'll be joined a little bit later on by Daphne, currently handling the re-announcing duties as we kick things off in a big way here tonight at Shine 9, representing Valkyrie, one half of Made in Sin, the heavy hitter out of Detroit, the AK-47, Allison Kay. And as always, Valkyrie led to the ring by the uber dangerous April Hunter. And we are so happy you are able to join us here tonight on WWNlive.com, and we have an amazing night here in store as Shine 9 International Invasion is underway, and our first import from north of the border making a Shine debut here. It is Courtney Rush. And what a huge night we've got. The road to the gold begins here tonight at the Orpheum as we start the process of crowning the first ever Shine champion. And that will take place at Shine 11, our first anniversary show. Tonight we'll have the first of 4 qualifying matches. The second 4 will take place at Shine 10 on May 24th, and the champion crowned in a one-night tournament, Shine 11, on July the 12th here at the Orpheum. Let's go to the ring for the introductions.
Introducing first. She is 5'10" tall, weighing at 145 pounds. She's from Detroit, Michigan. The AK-47, Allison Kay. In her height, she is 5'9" tall, weighing at 135 pounds. She's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. The suplex machine, Courtney Rush.
And wow, this match about to get underway. Allison Kay not making friends with Courtney Rush here, calling the young lady a loser. Now that yet to be seen as April Hunter makes her way out to the outside. Referee Frankie Gastineau has the duties here tonight.
She's wearing nothing. How should a weapon?
Look, bring it up, bring it up. Go! Hands up! Hey, watch those hands, bro.
Why do we not have female refs?
That's a good question. You do!
We are underway with a rather resounding bell as we kick off the road to the gold here tonight in Eevee City at Shine 9. And Allison Kay without her tag team partner here tonight, Slim Shady, here in spirit, if not in body. Taylor Made getting the weekend off. And Allison Kay going at it singles competition, and I don't think she's up for a dance contest, though. Courtney Rush, she's got a few moves. She looks ready to show off here. Grabs the forearm dragon twist, controlling the wrist. And Allison Kay not exactly enthused with the early offense and the nonsense, as she calls it, of Courtney Rush.
Honey, you need to show a little bit of class. A little bit.
So she wants a little class, looking for some pinkies up here in the Orpheum in Ybor City. Allison Kay, as I said, one half of Made in Sin, maybe the most dominant tag team in women's wrestling today. Courtney Rush, an accomplished tag team wrestler herself, former one half of the Shimmer Tag Team Champions, along with Sarah Del Rey. Made her debut back in 2008 after being trained by Scott D'Amore and Tyson Dukes, the criminally underrated Tyson Dukes. And the native of Stonewall, Manitoba, looking very good here in the early going. I am joined again, as I always am in the broadcast booth, by my cohort, my compadre, my partner in crime, the better-looking half of this dynamic duo, Daphne. Welcome back to the booth, young lady.
Guilty as charged, or all of the above. Lovely to see you, Lenny.
Pleasure all mine, as always, as Allison Kay getting a little perturbed here as they lock up. These two are the taller girls on the roster, both stepping in there at about 5'10". Very evenly matched physically here. And Allison Kay, of course, not afraid to break the rules, but right there doing it perfectly legally. Oh. Yeah, that's not exactly Allison Kay's thing there. The arm drag by Rush. Scoops her up. A show of power right down across the knee. And she says she is a suplex machine, Daphne. And there is one right on cue.
That she is. I'll say it again. Courtney Rush, the suplex machine. From winning peg, that is.
She hopes to be on the winning side of things tonight. And we've got 4 huge qualifying matches later on tonight to see who is going to advance. And she's taking care of both April Hunter and Allison Kay. And down goes Kay in a heap.
I do believe that's the best 10 punches I've ever seen in my entire life.
Stepping over, looks like she's going for the sharpshooter here. As apparently every athlete out of Canada that competes in pro wrestling is mandated by the Prime Minister to use the sharpshooter as a finisher. Did you know that, Daphne?
I was watching what was happening on the outside of the ring. I didn't hear what he said. The sharpshooter, she's the only one about the sharpshooter.
Pay no attention to me. I never really have anything worth listening to say anyway, so that's okay. You just have fun enjoying the show and the open bar.
I must go back. I need a refill.
Pinkies up by April Hunter on the outside as Courtney Rush getting ahead of steam. Little butt bump. Sending the AK-47 crashing into her Valkyrie teammate, and then, oh, isn't that sweet? They have heart.
That's very precious. Very nice of her. I do believe she might be getting counted out. I don't know if April is really properly managing her. I think she should probably be encouraging her client to get back into that. Oh, and she dropped her.
April Hunter wanted no part of Courtney Rush's attempted dive, and she dropped Allison Kay derriere first on the hardwood floor, and I'm not looking for splinters.
Neither am I.
And Courtney Rush on the outside, meeting of the minds. And it has been almost all Courtney Rush here, as the former film major, the University of Manitoba, takes control, looking for another suplex here. Trying to bring Allison Kay in the hard way, but April Hunter making it a little more difficult. Oh, bad timing right there.
April Hunter is just managing up a storm there, isn't she, Lenny?
She managed to drop Courtney Rush throat first over the top rope while sending Allison Kay crashing face first to the apron, and there is the big lariat out of Allison Kay. Allison Kay asking Frankie Gastineau to check her nose, asking if it's broken. Of course, that nose broken in the past. Now, Allison with the camel clutch, looking to break her back and make her humble here. Katui. Courtney Rush's big jabroni.
You calling her a jabroni?
No, Allison Kay. I like Courtney Rush.
I love Courtney Rush. She is winning in my book. Anyone who has Thundercats on their bum is over with me.
Oh, turns the tables here. She's got it locked in. Rearranging the facial features of one Allison Kay. Releasing the hold before that 5 count. And Kay back up. Oh, big right hand by Kay. And she dropped Rush.
It's for sure broken now. Is it broken? Is it broken?
Well, we have those qualifying matches still to come. You can't make a big enough deal about what this tournament at Shine 11 is going to be. 8 women, 1 night with a shot to become the first ever Shine champion. That in itself is a big deal, that we're going to crown a champion at a first anniversary show. But the fact that the first ever all-eye pay-per-view regularly running women's wrestling company in the entire world is going to crown its first ever champion in just 2 months. I couldn't be more excited. I can't wait to find out who's going to be in that huge tournament.
I agree with you, Lenny. I think that this is just such an honor to be a part of this company, and we have just come leaps and bounds in just a short amount of time. And, you know, although I am really, really honored to be here, I do like April doing these like crazy shenanigans. It's like this company, we're supposed to respect one another and work together, and I'm starting to get kind of tired of seeing her doing things like this. She's always interfering, she's always cheating, she has no morals, and it's just a whole bunch of them. You know, it's not just her, it's just, there's quite a few of these girls.
Well, you've been personally on the receiving end of a little bit more disrespect than I would have thought from some of the ladies here in Shine. I mean, you had one girl coming out to the ring and just stealing your ring entrance. I know that, you know, had a little bit of a meltdown in the middle of the ring while you were doing your ring announcing. I'm sure we talked about it in the past. It's something you kind of regret kind of being a part of in the middle of a show, but I can certainly understand, you know, you feeling disrespected after everything you've done for this business. Cover there by Kay for a 2 count.
Well, you know, I appreciate you recognizing it, and yes, I mean, you know, I have felt a little bit disrespected in the past, and you know, I think some of these young girls just need to recognize, you know, but that's just me. Who am I, right?
Well, you're my partner. You're the hostess with the mostest. Jackknife cradle right there, but rolls through. She's got the leg trapped. Ankle lock. Fans screaming at Kay to tap. The half crab. April Hunter now making her way to the other side of the ring, knocking a cameraman out of the way, and Allison able to make it through the ropes. Forced to break, and right back to the leg she goes here. Steps over, looking for that sharpshooter. Can she lock it in here? She's already gone to work on that leg. But Kay, wisely using that near foot, plants it right into the side of the head of Courtney Rush. And able to force her down to the canvas, takes control. And oh, another big forearm from Kay. Rush, though, put on the brakes as she hit the turnbuckles and scored with a forearm herself. Both ladies are down here.
That was an amazing piece of offense, I must say.
Not often you see a girl just use the turnbuckles to stop her momentum. Normally you're going to hit it either chest or back first. She got her foot up in time and then was able to springboard off that second turnbuckle and get a lot of force and impact behind that forearm that sent Kay down hard. Now both ladies back to their feet. And it's Rush, the southpaw, Hooking clothesline. Goes for the cover, no. Right back to the legs, give her credit. Every opportunity she's going right back to try and hook in that sharpshooter. Can she get it here? She's got it locked in. Allison Kay's in trouble here. Pain etched on the face of the AK-47. April Hunter up on the apron. Trying to get into the head of Courtney Rush. Frankie Gastineau has his back turned. She's tapping out. This one's over. Big Red up on the apron still as Courtney Rush trying to tell Frankie Gastineau that Allison Kay quit. She tapped out. This one should be over. Misses the right hand. Oh, right into Kay. Right on the back of her head. Cutthroat Saito. It's over.
And the winner of the match, Allison Kay.
Valkyrie continues their winning ways here. Pinkies up. The shout out, the tailor made by the AK-47 Allison Kay. As usual, chicanery leads to victory. And a very disappointed Courtney Rush. But a hell of a showing in her debut for the Manitoba native. We hope to see her back in Shine competition.
Shine now is going to be crowning our first ever champion. And you guys are about to partake in the first Shine tournament qualifying match. That's right. So this first match, this first Shine Championship qualifying match is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit.
Out fans, we want to send a big shout out of congratulations to our sister promotion, Shimmer Women's Athletes, on their successful foray into the pay-per-view business, making their debut with Shimmer 53 from the Meadowlands Expo Center just a little over a week and a half ago. Set their all-time attendance and gate record and put on just a phenomenal pay-per-view. Everybody involved with WWN Live as well as Shimmer Women Athletes deserve a huge congratulations as the very dangerous perpetually pissed off former Shimmer champion Sweet Serea Knight makes her way to the ring for this qualifying match. And let me tell you, there is nothing sweet about this lady. That name is ironic to be nice. And I'd like to send a shout out to one Joey Eastman at home and Kevin Harvey, who are fortunate enough not to be here tonight and escape the wrath of one Serea Knight. And hopefully Daphne doesn't suffer the fate that those two gentlemen normally have to deal with. I, fortunately, am far, far away up in the Eagle's Nest of the Orpheum, and God willing, Serea's not going to find me up here. But a very interesting first qualifying match on tap here as referee Dave Litton has the duties here. Let's go to Daphne.
Introducing first, she is 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing at 130 pounds. She's from Seattle, Washington. Serea.
with as an opponent for me. Do you know that I was the Shimmer champion? Shut up when I was, okay? I still was. I was the Shimmer champion. That means I'm the best. And what does Shine give me? Some jumped up Barbie doll that doesn't know how to fight. Don't get the snot on, bird. Let me tell you something, Sue Young. I'm going to take great delight in ripping your face off right in front of these hero-worshipping idiots. And one thing I can guarantee, don't go wild-eyed on me. One thing I can guarantee is by the time we leave this ring, they're going to respect me a little bit more, and you, darling, are just going to be a joke. Let's play.
I don't think Serea Knight is playing in the least with Su Yung, and I don't think I've ever seen that look on the face of Su Yung before. Serea does not look in the least concerned with Su Yung here. Su Yung completely disrespected by the former Shimmer champ as we hear the bell. Oh, Su Yung not backing down, and that may be a mistake. I don't know that Su Yung has ever been in a fight the likes of which sweet Serea Knight is able to bring to the ring. Hair mare again. We saw Serea make the first defense of her then Shimmer championship back as part of Shine 4 in a match that, quite honestly, she should have lost to Jazz were it not for the interference of Rain. Right around the throat. And Su Yung giving as good as she gets here. Oh! Kicked her right in her lady junk.
Is that legal, Lenny? Is that legal?
I don't know if she got her on the inside of the thigh. I'm assuming that's what referee Dave Linton is saying happened, but it looked low. Oh, right down across the chest, both legs. This one almost over as quick as it started. And it was cheerleader Melissa taking that Shimmer championship from around the waist of Serea Knight. Roll up there by Young for a 2 count. Back at Shimmer 53 in Secaucus, New Jersey on iPay-per-view.
Going for yellow fever. She's going for yellow fever.
Looking for yellow fever. Submission move here. And we know that Serea definitely not 100% after that matchup with cheerleader Melissa. She's showing some power here, though, trying to fight through, but Su Yung tenaciously hanging on, trying to finish her off here. And if Serea thought this was going to be an easy night at the office, I think she's thinking twice about that thought right now.
Yeah, she might have come into this one a little too confident, Lenny. Sue can bring it. She's been training hard.
Su Yung coming in with a bit of momentum. Use that yellow fever submission to beat Brittany Savage. Nice hip toss there. And scoops her up. Su Yung showing some offense here. But she certainly needs to be on the lookout. Veteran tricks right there on display of Serea Knight. She went to the eyes to break up that pin attempt and right back to her feet. Oh, another open hand slap caught her right in the ear.
This is kind of what I'm talking about, Lenny. These dirty tactics, these Shine shenanigans that some of these girls resort to. I'm getting a little tired of it.
Another, let's call it a basement drop kick. And then another shot right to the eyes. And the Queen Mum of independent wrestling standing tall right now. But Su Yung with a flurry to the midsection. Rolling elbow scores in the corner. I'm telling you something, I'm seeing a fire in Su Yung that I don't think we've seen here before.
Maybe those words at the beginning of the match, all those things that Serea said to her face, kind of lit a fire in Su Yung.
2 count there as Serea able to break that pin attempt, and Young again finds herself down on the canvas with Serea ready to dish out some more punishment here. Right across the chest. Bottom rope snapping in the abdomen of Su Yung. Cocky cover there again by Knight. And she didn't even bother to hook the leg. Backslide here. Young able to slip out the back door and connects with another right hand. And that one rang the bell. Too close to the ropes though. And give Sue credit. She continues to try and fight back. We've seen her show a little spark in her matches before, but I don't think we've ever seen her this aggressive after absorbing punishment like she's being right now. And Knight, the veteran, continues to dish out the punishment. Oh, hanging on to the ropes, extra pressure on the hold. That's a veteran move right there.
A dirty veteran move, maybe. I don't think it's legal, Lenny.
Certainly not, but credit where credit's due. Great ring positioning there, using the referee's need to check on Su Yung if she's going to give it up, to allow her to have that position behind his back to grab the ropes. I'm not saying I like it, and I'm not saying I agree with it, but she uses those tricks very effectively, probably better than anybody that we've seen here in Shine. Oh, she went downstairs. Taste of her own medicine there. And again, looking for yellow fever here. Think Serea's feet may be under the rope, but referee can't see it. Wrenching back on the arm. Referee asking Serea if she wants to give it up. She says no. Sue screaming at her to give up. She might have her here. Serea's in trouble. Serea's in big trouble here. Said no, she's not giving it up. She's trying to bring herself back to a standing position as she waved her arm and then got her feet to the ropes there. And Su Yung relentless now. Serea Knight on the receiving end here from Su Yung as she goes to the throat. Drives her face first to the canvas. Right back to it. Yellow fever again, locked in. This time Serea's right in the center of the ring. She is a long way for the ropes. What a huge win this would be for Su Yung here. If she can knock off a former Shimmer champ in this qualifying match. Headstand, Young's shoulders down. Oh, nice job by Knight making it to the ropes. And then again, the educated feet of Serea Knight as she continues to just club. And oh, another vicious right hand. Back comes Young. And Su Yung is bringing it. And this may be a mistake, though, by Young. I give her credit. Give her credit for standing up to her. For showing she's not going to be taken advantage of here, but doing so, she's playing right into the hands of Serea Knight, and that just, my God, devilish grin on the face of Serea Knight tells the whole story right there. She has got Su Yung right where she wants her. And Serea Knight has taken back over as the fans here at the Orpheum again getting behind Su Yung and under the skin of Serea Knight. And Serea Knight has seized command of this matchup. Bringing out Young the hard way. Irish whip to the buckle, and Young looks about out of gas here. Oh, desperation gets her feet up. Serea, second time again, but that one doesn't really do much damage tonight. Who tells her to bring it on? Oh, right hand. She's got her up. Sit out power bomb, and it's over. Serea Knight wins our first qualifying match here.
And the winner of the match, and moving on in the Shine Championship Tournament, Serea Knight.
And the first qualifier into the 8-woman tournament at Shine 11 will be the former Shimmer champ, Sweet Serea Knight. And she looks down at a fallen Su Yung, whose road to the gold ends here tonight. But there are many roads still to come in the young career of Su Yung, and I think while not victorious tonight, she has clearly gained a measure of respect that I don't think she had from Serea Knight before this match started. And Serea taking a sip of beverage. And a little tip of the cap there. Gotta tell you, a little bit surprised. Just a little sign of respect there from Serea Knight on her way to the back, but what can you say about the heart and the guts shown by Su Yung here tonight in a losing effort?
This next match is a three-way dance!
Savage back in Shine as we await our third entrant into this matchup, another newcomer. It is Solo Darling.
next match is a three-way dance, and it is a Southern Death. Southern Death, because we're in the South. Sudden Death. Just so you know. Introducing first, she is 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 70 kilos. She's from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Oh, really? It's Serea O'Reilly! And the next contestant, she is 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 110 pounds. She's from Long Island, New York. Brittany Savage! And last but most certainly not least, she is 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing in at 120 pounds. She's from the Bronx, Solo Darling!
Three rather unique personalities set to do battle in this next matchup. It is Serea O'Reilly out of Northern Ireland. Surprise, surprise, wearing the green tonight. Taking on Brittany Savage, the Long Island native now residing in Tampa, wearing the pink. And the debuting Solo Darling in the turquoise. Born and raised in Long Island. Actually born in Long Island, raised in the Boogie Down Bronx. Matriculated in Boston, Northeastern University, double major. And looking to finish things off quickly here with a roll-up. It's the 26-year-old. Grabs a side headlock on O'Reilly, and the smallest woman in this matchup doing the largest amount of damage here in the early going, as it looks like O'Reilly and Savage looking to try and work together here against Darling, and not very effectively in the early going here, as Darling got a nice side headlock cranked down on the side of the head of Serea O'Reilly. O'Reilly, the most experienced internationally of the three competitors in this matchup, but actually Brittany Savage made her debut a year earlier, as she debuted in 2008, and it was 2009 for Serea O'Reilly where she got her start. Duck of the right hand, Solo, double leg pickup right into a pinning combination, but it's a couple of handfuls of hair there by Savage before she calls kaput on that alliance and tries to steal a pin on O'Reilly there herself.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I am the brains of this operation, sweetheart. What are you doing? Yeah.
Brittany Savage is the brains of the operation. Well, she did lure Solo Darling away from O'Reilly, who then lowered the boom on her. And O'Reilly scores with a knee, as Brittany on the outside, content to allow Solo Darling to absorb the punishment from the young lady who says she's looking for a fight tonight. And she's got it. She clubs down on Darling, knocks her down to the canvas. O'Reilly made her Shine debut back at Shine 4 in a losing effort to Sue Young. The Lance Storm trainee looking very good right here as Savage breaks that up. Or Savage now drawing the attention of O'Reilly, allowing Darling to go downstairs, clubbing blow to the back, but not a lot of steam on that attempt, and O'Reilly able to just knock her down to the canvas with one fell swoop there, as I am once again rejoined by Daphne. And Sweet Serea Knight was on a mission in that match against Sue Young.
That was amazing. That was a pleasure to watch. I'm kind of torn. There were so many dirty tactics, but at the same time, it was like a good chick fight. I'm enthralled.
Well, I think we saw right at the end there, I don't know if you noticed it when you were making your way back towards the ring, seemed like Serea almost like tipped her cap to Su Yung as almost a sign of, you know what, maybe I did underestimate you a little bit, and I was impressed with how hard you fought. Maybe you didn't get the job done, but gained a little bit of respect for her, and that's not something we normally see out of Serea.
No, she's not really quick to dish out the accolades. But yes, I do believe I saw that as she was exiting. It was a little tip of the hat. So Sue should feel proud of herself. She really held her own, and she did a good job.
And I'm sure she's going to be disappointed tonight when she sits back and thinks about, you know, what the opportunity that she had was. Oh, fall away slam there by O'Reilly. Savage tries to steal that pin behind her back and slap to the back of the head, put a stop to that. But I'm sure if she sits down and really analyzes, you know, how far she came in the course of that matchup, she's going to be proud of herself and know that there is a huge future here for her as part of the Shine roster. And while this door may have closed, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of windows that open for her down the road. And right now, it is O'Reilly continuing to punish Darling here. Oh, punted her right in the rib cage. Right down across the throat. Still 3 more qualifying matches to come later on tonight, plus that huge Arkham Asylum main event. It finally comes to an end here tonight. Leva Bates and Kimberly inside a cage, but not just a normal cage match. Gonna have to put your opponent in a straitjacket. This one is gonna be violent. As Savage gonna grapevine the legs after she tripped up O'Reilly here. Submission predicament for O'Reilly. Make it 2. Japanese stranglehold by Darling. Who's gonna get the win here if they both get her to say I quit?
Can there be a tie? Can that happen? Is that legal?
Oh, Darling's gonna choke them both out. Innovative offense by Solo Darling. Not able to finish either one of them off, however, and relinquishes the hold, but she's fired up, and the newcomer seems to have won a few fans here for her efforts. Clothesline, and she's feeling a little proud of herself. Oh, able to catch O'Reilly coming in. Nice hip toss there. Needs to stay on her. She's got 2 opponents to deal with. Can't be getting too happy. Oh, that one had no effect. Oh, went for an Irish hammer there. Can't call it a Polish hammer. She's from Belfast. A double handful of hair by Savage. Ooh, knee strike. Double team here by O'Reilly and Savage. Suplex Darling almost out of her boots there.
She's got a little spunk, little fire. This is the first time we've seen her here at Shine Wrestling. I've seen her on a few independents, and she's doing very well.
Samoan drop. And she got her. The finish kind of came out of nowhere to that matchup as O'Reilly used Darling to knock Savage out to the floor and then dropped her like a bad habit to pick up the victory here at Shine 9.
Are you guys ready for your second Shine Championship qualifying match? I know I am.
Shine 9 moves on with our next qualifying matchup for the Shine tournament, taking place at Shine 11. And this one, the most personal matchup of the 4. there is a long-standing heated issue between these two competitors. As we wait for one of them to make their way out to ringside, and it's the leader of Valkyrie, the Radiant One, the mastermind of the most dominant faction in women's wrestling today. Rain, along with April Hunter, making their way to ringside, and Rain a little irritated as this is not her music, she says. And a smattering of
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the prize, April Hunter. She is 5'5" and a 1/4 inches tall, weighing in at 129 pounds. She's from, that's what she said. She said 129. 129. She's from St. Paul, Minnesota, the Radiant Ray! And her opponent, she is 5'5" tall, weighing in at 116 pounds, 116.2 pounds. She's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Angelina! I love you.
April Hunter and Rain making friends at ringside as they don't appreciate Angelina Love having her share of fans here at the Orpheum. Oh, and then Rain almost banged into a cameraman out on the floor. Look out there, Ed. Referee waiting for Rain to make her way into the ring and get this match underway, and Rain in no hurry to get into the ring, and perhaps her strategy working here as she is clearly getting under the skin of Angelina Love here, who took another shot at her, and this time connects, sending Rain into the front row and maybe just split that guy and his girlfriend up the way she landed in his lap. And April Hunter in close proximity there as this one has spilled out to the floor. It was back at Shine 7 when Daphne introduced Angelina Love as a special guest, showing up here to make her first appearance as part of Shine, and Valkyrie came out and it was 5 people staring down Angelina, who was by herself with you inside the ring, and wisely Angelina decided to. There's the bell. We are underway here finally as this qualifying match goes on, but it was Angelina Love wisely thinking better of the situation and leaving the ringside area with the 5 of them there poised to do what they do best. And that is seize the advantage when they have the numbers game, but then that great 8-woman tag main event at Shine 8 that just about tore the building down saw Valkyrie again victorious by less than honorable tactics, as you like to put it, and shenanigans.
I do believe you coined that phrase. I'm just trying to be cool like you, because there has been so many shenanigans happening.
But then it was a bit of a measure of revenge, as for the first time Valkyrie got a bit of a taste of their own medicine at the end of that show, where Ivelisse was left laying after being dropped by multiple finishers, including Sky Yim right across the face. We'll see how she's recovered later on tonight. But right now, Rain, again, seizing the advantage. April Hunter doing her job on the outside, attracting the attention of a Valkyrie opponent and allowing them to get the jump on her when she's not looking. And it's a tried and true tactic that they have used to perfection over the last several months here, as they have really established themselves as the dominant force in women's wrestling.
That's going to leave a mark. And yes, you said earlier, yes, what an honor and a pleasure it was to have Angelina come and join our roster. And, you know, I see big things in her future. She's already accomplished so much, and I think she has so much more to give.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it the other day. Oh, leg drop, Big Red. Making her presence felt on the outside, as she always does. I was thinking the other day, when you look at the competitors that are just in the qualifying matches tonight, forget about advancing to the tournament. Just in the qualifying match, we have 2 former Shimmer champions, a 5-time TNA knockout champion in Angelina Love, and a 2-time WWE Women's Champion, who, by the way, the 2 times she won that title, she beat Hall of Famer Trish Stratus both times, did Jazz. And that's just to be in a qualifying match to get into the tournament. And what that tells me, and the more I think about it, as great as the roster is and as great as the talent that we're trying to assemble here at the Orpheum in Ybor City as part of the Shine roster, it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. What you've done may get you in the door here, but if you're gonna move on and you're gonna advance, you're gonna have to earn everything you get here, because you're not gonna be able to rest on those past accolades. You're just gonna use them to get in the door, and then what happens there is up to you. And we saw Serea Knight almost lose to Su Yung here, and Rain almost lost Angelina Love right there, but a big clothesline. And I talked about what all these ladies have done in the past. Rain, the only woman in this qualifying portion of the tournament to have been in the original Shimmer titles tournament. That's in this tournament here as well. So a big accomplishment for Rain. It shows how many things she's done in her career as well here, as she looks to finish off Angelina Love. Cover there by Rain, hooks the leg, and shocked look on her face as you see that blinged out right hand still covered in that protective wrap. Of course, the broken wrist a few months back at the hands of Awesome Kong in that tag team matchup here a while back. Still on the mend from that. Has gotten clearance to come back and compete, obviously. She's been in a couple of matches over the last several months, but clearly favoring that wrist as she now locks in the cravat. Angelina Love comes into this matchup banged up in the past as well. Reconstructive knee surgery back in 2006. Tore her ACL when she was in Deep South as a member of the WWE developmental roster, but clearly that knee not much of a hindrance as she racked up a record-tying 5 knockout championships in TNA. But right now she is on the receiving end from the Radiant One, who is doing what Valkyrie has done, and that is look dominant in the ring.
Yeah, they look dominant in the ring, but only because they cheat, Lenny. You know, it's like, do they really have true talent? You know, that's what I want to know. I mean, I know these girls have been there and done a lot of things, but they really, you know, it's just not very sportsmanlike. And you are right. We have a star-studded roster, and I think that these girls should act accordingly.
Well, I think we've seen that Rain is clearly a talented woman. Back at Shine 1, her and Nikki Rocks, a 20-plus minute classic that most people think stole the show. Lung blower. But Angelina fights right back with a drop kick. Sends Rain crashing down, and Rain gasping for air as well, as both women are down. So I think the sad thing is when you look at Maiden Sin, you look at Rain, you look at Ivelisse. They are 4 tremendously gifted athletes that don't have to do the things that they've been doing. That's, to me, I think, the part that really kind of irritates me the most is they are all talented enough to go out there and win without doing that stuff. And the fact that they're just not confident enough maybe in their own abilities to go out there and do it without a crutch like April Hunter on the outside is a little disappointing. When you see the competition that we've assembled here between the tremendous athletes that we bring in here each and every time out on iPay-per-view.
She is a crutch. She's a big red crutch.
And Love, oh! Vicious double chop right across the chest. And both these women starting to show the wear and tear on this one. Oh, blocks that boot. Enziguri scores. Rain is down. Angelina needs to go for the cover. She does. Hooks the leg, but only 2. So close. Concerned look on the face of April Hunter at ringside as Rain gets the shoulder up. Both legs hooked, and again, April trying to get in there and break it up, but fortunately for Rain, she was able to kick out as April wasn't going to make it there in time. Angelina saw she was a little close to that corner and smartly moved away from Hunter there as Rain, no idea where she is, and she's back to her feet. Oh! Vicious boot right to the face. Rain is out. Down goes Hunter. This one's over. She needs to cover here. She just wiped her out. Cover. Oh, so close.
But so far away.
2 3/4. You can't get much closer than that. Oh, rake of the eyes. The great equalizer, boot to the gut. Implant DDT. Cover. It's over. Just like that, Rain moves on to the Shine title tournament. Mocking the fans on her way back to the dressing room, victorious as she advances on here, earning her spot at Shine 11, the first anniversary show, the 8-woman one-night title tournament as we crown our first ever champion here at Shine. And a great effort on the part of Angelina Love as she gets a nice round of applause from the fans here at the Orpheum in a losing effort.
Are you guys ready for a 6-woman all-star tag team match? I know I am. That's right. And it's scheduled for one fall, and it's for 47 minutes. Because I can. Maybe next time.
Disrespectful to our international guests here as we get ready for this 6-woman all-star match. It is Shazza McKenzie Jesse McKay and one half of the newly crowned Shimmer Tag Team Champions, the Rake Tank Kelly Skater, making their way to ringside, sans accompaniment. For our next three entrants into this all-star matchup. Santana, Mia Yim, and Nikki Rocks.
Wow. Just wow. If you could just be where I am right now. Introducing first from Team Aussie Elite. She is 5'7" inches tall, weighing in at 63 kilos of pure adamantium, and muscles so huge they make the Incredible Hulk green with envy. She is from the most awesomest place ever, Brackish March, Australia. Oh, just Bacchus, not Brackus. Just Bacchus. Bacchus. Kelly Skater. She is 5'8" inches tall, weighing in at 60 kilos. She's from Sydney, Australia, and everybody's favorite girlfriend, Jessie McKay. And last but not least at all, 5'2" inches tall, weighing in at 60 kilos. She's from Sydney, Australia, Shanna McKenzie. And their opponents, complete with all the headbands of power. She is 5'7" inches tall, weighing in at 140 pounds. She's from San Diego, California, Mia Yim. She is 5'5" inches tall, weighing in at 118 pounds. She's from Ocala, Florida. The Great Santana. She is 5'8" inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. She's from Boston, Massachusetts, and it's her birthday. The one, the only, Nikki
See, Nikki Rocks is so awesome, even her opponents sing happy birthday to her. Oh, showing sportsmanship and how wonderful the girls here in America are. Whoa. And just like that, the competitive nature
of these 6 great athletes seems to have taken over, and that friendly little handshake just took on a little more significance as the Aussies decide that Shazza is going to be starting things off for her trios. And Nikki Rocks, don't check Frankie Gastineau, you don't know where he's been. I'm trying to see who's going to start things off for the American side. And it looks like Mia Yim has drawn the short headband, and she will be starting things off for her team as we underway here. Shazza McKenzie and Mia Yim kicking things off, and Shazza McKenzie does not want Mia Yim kicking things off because the head off of her shoulders is one of the things Mia Yim would like to kick off.
I'm just disappointed that I left my headband of power at home. But you know what, Lenny? I wear it all the time. I wear it to the gym, and let me tell you, my bench press has gone through the roof.
Well, you got bangs tonight instead, so you're banging it out instead of having a headband, so.
Banging it out.
AUS just doesn't have the same ring as USA. I mean, it's the same letters, but it's amazing what just switching up the order does.
Good observation. I never noticed that.
I am not just a pretty face, Daphne. Side headlock by Shazza McKenzie. 6 women in this matchup, also not just pretty faces. This is just an all-star matchup. 6 great athletes put in there together to have a tremendous athletic contest, and I'm sure that's exactly what we're going to have here as McKenzie trying to power Mia Yim down to the canvas, but Yim showing that great flexibility, keeping that bridge oh, look at the bridge by McKenzie, putting her forehead right on the canvas and never losing her balance before Yim turns things back around into the side headlock. Of course, Mia Yim has been in some great matches here. Classic against Jessica Havoc. A nice roll-up right there for a 1 count. Shazza McKenzie, of course, made her debut back at Shine 4, teaming up with Davina Rose. Now with World Wrestling Entertainment as Bailey something or other, I believe. And we wish her all the best in her career as she moves on. But Shazza McKenzie back here, that was a great effort on the part of her and Rose, and a losing effort to Maiden Sin as Nikki Rocks and Santana on the outside, bouncing up and down, trying to get Mia Yim's attention, looking to make a tag. Nice cartwheel by Yim. And there's been a great deal of athleticism on display already in this matchup. Nice roll through. Steps over, great counter there by McKenzie. Back heel trip. And she drives the knee right down across the arm of Yim, not once but twice. Standing armbar by McKenzie as Yim looking to try and find a way out. Grabs hold of the arm of McKenzie and takes control, front face lock. Nice lateral guillotine drop. Submission predicament here. Guillotine choke. McKenzie wisely getting back to her feet, trying to alleviate some of the pressure. But Yim with a great deal of advantage in this maneuver because of her height advantage on McKenzie. Gets that downward pressure, but instead changes things up. Makes the tag, and in comes the super popular Santana. Maker of sparkly gear and headbands that glitter. And Nikki Rocks going to the high rent district, and the veteran, not one normally known for going up top. And birthday girl making it count here.
I think it's the headband of power that is giving her the gumption to want to go to the top. That's got to be what it is.
Mia Yim, however, loves the high-risk offense from the top. Of course, that Sky Yim patented finisher. A nice counter again by McKenzie, and it is I'm about to say it has been all Shazza McKenzie for the Aussies here, while all 3 members of Team USA have already been in the matchup, and in comes everybody's favorite girlfriend. Well, not my wife's, I can tell you that, but Jessie McKay with a reversal on Santana. Through the legs she goes. And takes McKay down. And right over into the Moonalock. And another great bridge there. Submission predicament here for McKay, and this one may be over in a hurry here. I gotta tell you, that would be a huge upset, but McKay able to extricate herself, but only for the moment, before eating the boot from Santana for a 2 count this time.
And the Aussies look like they might be in a little bit of a predicament here. Maybe it's because they're not in their hometown or their home country. Oh, and then, never mind.
I talked a moment ago about Mia Yim and her proclivity for using her feet to her advantage, and we saw Jessie McKay doing it very well right there. And I just can't get over the sight of Kelly Skater looking like a girl.
She looks absolutely fabulous. I love their attire. They look very classy. They're very well put together, and I think they're an amazing trio.
Skater also is here as part of Shine 4, losing a very tough, hard-fought contest to Rebby Sky that had a lot of people talking after that one was over, in a great effort. And of course, congratulations to her and Tomoko Nakagawa, as they are the new Shimmer Tag Team Champions, having dethroned the Canadian Ninjas of Portia Perez and Nicole Matthews, ending that reign of terror. And right now, it's Nikki Roxx drop toe hold and floats right over the veteran out of Boston. And I'm sure a lot of the thoughts of Nikki Roxx coming into this matchup, especially on her birthday, have to be with the fine folks in Boston, what they've endured over the past couple of weeks, and everybody here at WWN Live. Also sending our best wishes out to everyone in the Boston area who may be tuning in tonight. We know you're dealing with a lot, and we hope we're able to give you at least a couple hours to take your mind off of what's been going on up there over the last week or so. We're very much in support of everybody in Boston. Skater misses that running forearm. Up and over. Suplex by Roxx for a near fall, as McKay and McKenzie were looking to come in there to come to the aid of the Rate Tank, but I don't know if it's so much the hair or the makeup or the new outfit, or just the fact that she doesn't have her hands taped up telling everybody die wanker is what's kind of confusing me.
No, it's got to be the pale pink sparkly shadow on those lovely lids. That's what it is.
Oh, triple team Aussie submission. I guess they call that the Vegemite sandwich.
Good one.
And Nikki Roxx showing some power, hanging on to both of them, while Santana and Yim scored with the drop kick, and Jessie McKay finds herself trapped with all 3 of them, and then realized where she was, and then ducks into her corner where the Rate Tank makes the tag, and she's got this. Oh, that's where the power lies.
I don't know if I'd do that if I were you, but more power to her, because she says she's got this. What do you think, Lenny?
Well, she is pure adamantium, or so she says.
And I hear the Incredible Hulk is green with envy over her muscles. Oh, is that legal? Is that legal what they're doing right there?
It's like Frankie Gastineau's allowing a lot of latitude here, as we now have 4 members in this matchup. Oh, Mia Yim's gonna make it 5. Come on, Shazza, what are you waiting for? Atta girl, right on cue. See, I knew Shazza couldn't dance. She was the world's worst cheerleader in Australia, apparently. Santana does the splits. Oh, maybe she wasn't a bad cheerleader after all. Split fight. Oh! You're not going to get mad about those two splits, are you?
Actually, no, that was tremendous, and that a split fight. I can't breathe. I'm laughing so hard. Split fight.
All 6 women are down. And this is exactly what we try to do here in Shine. Put 6 great athletes in the ring and let them entertain the fans here at the Orpheum and at home. We hope you folks are enjoying tonight's broadcast on WWNLive.com. We do remind you that FIP Full Impact Pro is back on iPay-per-view 1 week from tonight. Nice roll up there by Rocks for a near fall. As the notorious 187 Homicide back in FIP, the former first-time ever FIP champ, gets a shot at John Davis and the FIP World Heavyweight title here on iPay-per-view. Nice backslide there. Near fall for McKay on Rocks. And the pace has started to pick up here after the shenanigans of a few moments ago. Cover by McKay. Oh, Rocks flashing the power. And only 2. As the headband of power not quite enough to finish off Jesse McKay. Oh, Rocks looking for the Barbie Crusher, but no. Elbows by Rocks. She's got her up. And down. This one's over. Cover. Oh! Skater breaks it up. That one looked finished. Oh, down goes Rocks. But Yim over to make the save. Knockout kick blocked. That one avoided. Open hand strikes. Release German. Oh, hangs on. There's the bridge. Thought she let her go for a moment, but hang on. In comes McKenzie. Oh, missed the back fist. Again does the splits, but Yim under the bottom rope. Santana in, makes the kick. Blocks that boot. Enziguri right in the face. Oh, she's got her in position. Shining Star press. McKay breaks it up at 2. Oh, Plitzer! It's over! The boyfriend stealer wins it for the Aussies!
And the winners of the match. You guys ready for the 3rd Shine Championship qualifying match? I know I am. It's scheduled for 1 fall with a 60-minute, that's 60, 1 hour time limit. introducing first. She is 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. She's from Canton, Ohio, Jessica Havoc. And she is 6'1". Weighing in at 75 kilos. She's from Jonestown, New South Wales, Madison Eevee.
And it's time for our third Shine title tournament qualifying matchup. And this one may be the most anticipated one of the four amongst the internet wrestling community. As Madison Eagles, speaking of Homicide being here next week for FIP, apparently she got his ghetto fork. I didn't know they had ghettos in New South Wales. 2 ghetto forks.
I turned my back for a second. Forks? What is all this?
Oh, she was looking to fork Jessica Havoc, apparently. I don't think that's legal.
That's not legal, Lenny. I know for sure that that one is not legal.
Are you an expert on forking?
Sometimes.
All right, but serious matters at hand here. Ghetto forks, nonetheless, as Madison Eagles almost takes a shot at referee Dave Litton. And I had mentioned just a moment or so ago, before I got caught up in the forks, that this matchup may be the most anticipated once they were announced of all the qualifying matches, and that it's a first-time ever dream matchup. 2 of the most dominant women wrestlers in the sport over the past couple of years, but both of them coming into this matchup with question marks, very different question marks. Jessica Havoc coming in with maybe a little bit of a confidence issue after the wars she went through with Rebby Sky trying to take her out of the pro wrestling business, but being unsuccessful in that last attempt at their third meeting here in Shine, and being forced to admit that she respected her in the middle of the ring. Madison Eagles, of course, just now getting back into action after 20 or so months on the shelf with a devastating knee injury that, had she opted for surgery, her doctors informed her would quite probably have been career-ending at that point. She decided to take a long and arduous task of rehabbing the knee without surgery, and she has made her way back to pro wrestling. But you gotta wonder what kind of rust may still be lingering, although she did look very impressive in her outing back at Shimmer 53 on iPay-per-view, picking up a victory over Jessie McKay, as well as over the weekend at Berwyn as part of the Shimmer 54 through 57 tapings. And also a weekend that Jessica Havoc made her presence felt as part of the Shimmer weekend, not just at WrestleCon, but in Berwyn, Illinois. It was the unprovoked attack on Serena Deeb by Jessica Havoc. Somebody that many people thought would never step foot in a Shimmer ring, but she is there now. And right now, I'm sure Shimmer, the furthest thing from her mind, though she is in the ring with a former Shimmer champion in Madison Eagles.
And you know, Lenny, I was at that Shine 53 iPay-per-view live at WrestleCon. I managed her opponent. I was in the ring with Allison, Leva, and Serena, so I was opposite from her. And let me just tell you, I don't know who she thinks she is, but she thinks she's hot stuff or something. I don't know, but She was very unsportsmanlike, and I don't know if she's got heat with me, if she's worried about I was the one with the microphone in my hand that made her say, "You better give respect to Rebby Sky." I don't know what her problem was, but she seems to have some sort of vendetta. I don't understand what's happening. She needs to take a chill.
She's got a problem with everybody, and right now Madison Eagles has a problem with Jessica Havoc, and that Havoc is in control of this matchup. She's going to the hamstring, going right to the leg of Eagles, and Eagles wisely making it to the ropes, trying to force a break, but Havoc with a handful of hair drags her right back to the center. And they start slugging it out. Havoc sent for the ride, no reversal. Eagles into the ropes, shoulder tackle. And Eagles may have an inch or so on Havoc, but Havoc has about a couple of pounds on her, and I don't think even with momentum is she going to get her off her feet. Oh, back heel trip as Eagles getting the jump on Havoc there, and Havoc a little perturbed out on the floor. I guess that needs no explanation. The Madison Eagles made 9 defenses of the Shimmer Championship before losing it at Shimmer 44 to cheerleader Melissa in Melissa's first championship reign. Of course, Melissa now the first woman to hold that title on 2 occasions. As Eagles out to the floor, and I'm sure Eagles would love nothing more than to add the Shine Championship and really the prestige that goes along with being the first ever Shine Champion. Much the way people always remember Sarah Del Rey as the first woman to hold the Shimmer Women's Championship. And now Eagles out on the floor, creating a little bit of space and distance between her and Havoc. And Havoc likes to keep the pace up on offense when she's in control. She likes to continue to punish her opponent as often as she can. Like we're seeing here, repeated shots with those forearms. Oh, but Eagles one step ahead there. Drags Havoc out to the floor. And I was starting to say how this match seemed to be wrestled at a pace that favors Madison Eagles. But these two continuing to fight out on the apron here. Dangerous position here right out in front of us. Lighting each other up, my goodness. Both women on the same page, both women down on the same floor. Double count applied by the ref.
Yeah, I haven't seen 2 more evenly matched opponents in quite a while, Lenny. These 2 are bringing everything they've got. I'm sure they've watched tapes of each other, and I'm sure they've really studied long and hard for this match. Both of them are hungry to be the first Shine champion. They hold it in high regard.
Eagles back under the ring to break the count, and then right back out to the floor she goes. But it's Havoc, and that's what we've seen from Jessica in her career here in Shine, the ability to absorb punishment and continue to fight, and then, oh man, just chopped her pectoral off.
That one is gonna leave a mark. Oh, that too.
Havoc hits the steel. And pain etched on the face of Jessica Havoc. As again, Madison Eagle inside the ring, breaking the count. Havoc feeling it out on the floor. Those steps moved about 18 inches as Havoc went crashing into them. Big boot from Eagles. And now Havoc looking to return the favor. And Eagles hits the steel and almost knocked our TV lights over from the impact of those steps. This time it's Havoc breaking the count, and back out to the floor she goes. And this one is starting to get violent here, as both these ladies clearly realize the importance of what's at stake here. A chance to move on. Oh, big swing and a miss. No such misses by Eagles, who may have just broken her hand on Jessica Havoc's chest. Big boot on the floor. And back in the ring they go. And Havoc now. Gonna grapevine those legs. She's got the arm. Look at a zip tire here. Nope. The Eagles gets that arm free. Trying to turn her here. Doesn't really have it. It's got the leg grapevine. And given the past knee injury that Madison Eagles has suffered, this one has got to be even more damaging, or you can just bite your way free, I guess.
I know for sure that one's not legal, Lenny. That's not legal.
Yeah, I think both these ladies have shown they are willing to pull out all the stops to move on in this tournament. And Madison Eagle acknowledging sort of the cheers of the crowd there on the outside. Now submission predicament for Havoc. She's got the head trapped and the legs still grapevine with the body scissors, it looks like there. Continuing to lay on the punishment, but it's a handful of hair by Havoc, able to free herself. And gotta tell you, I'm a bit shocked that Jessica Havoc is hearing it from the crowd here the way she has, after the way she tried to finish Rebby Sky for good. Oh, near fall right there for Havoc. Not many people were in her corner during that series of matches, but I think they respect her ability inside the ring. Oh, big leg drop, nobody home, brother. Diving knee strike, cover. Only two. Again, Eagles takes control on the back of Havoc here. Forcing Havoc to carry her weight. Oh, hard kick right to the ribs. And Havoc is gasping for air. Oh, that one caught her. That might be it. What a kick from Eagles. And Madison Eagles almost moved on here. And she thought that was three. Havoc sent for the ride. Hard into the buckles by Eagles. Double knees, nowhere for Havoc to go. Oh, big boot, nobody home. Havoc one step too quick there for Eagles. Big running boot in the corner. And the fans chanting one more time at Havoc. Oh, and she nailed it again. We're gonna see a trifecta. Eagles back up. Nails her in the face in the corner. Oh, calling the brainbuster. Oh, Havoc able to block. Big kick to the head. Oh, Eagles! Both women down again. Havoc starting to stir. Eagles looking for the ropes here. And who's going to get on her feet first is clearly going to have the advantage. Both ladies up at about the same time. And it's Eagles using the quickness. Going downstairs. Havoc avoids her. Air raid crash. No. Roll up. Eagles almost advanced right there. Oh, elevates her, looking for hellbound. Oh, elbow strikes. Havoc's got her. Air raid crash. Havoc advances. What an amazing performance by both these tremendous athletes. Madison Eagles proving that she still is a top-notch championship level competitor despite that long layoff due to that catastrophic knee injury. And Jessica Havoc once again proves that she may be the best singles wrestler in the world. And when she is focused, there may not be anybody better in the business than Jessica Havoc. The Eagles asking for a hand. And what a gutsy performance by Madison Eagles in defeat. Certainly nothing to hold her head down about.
This next match is scheduled for one fall with a 69-minute time limit.
The Latina sensation, Mercedes Martinez makes her way to the ring. She takes on another newcomer here to Shine Competition. And the youngster out of New Zealand, Eevee, makes her Shine debut.
She is 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 140 pounds. She's from Waterbury, Connecticut. The Latina sensation, Mercedes Martinez. And her opponent, she is 5 foot 5 inches tall, weighing in at 58 kilos. Strike that. She's 165 centimeters and 58 kilos because she's from Auckland, New Zealand.
Eevee getting a nice round of applause from the fans here in the Orpheum in Ybor City as she continues her North American debut. Here over the last couple of weeks, made her debut back at Shimmer 53 and had a great weekend from all accounts at the Shimmer tapings in Berwyn for Shimmer 54 through 57, but she has a stern test to be sure in front of her in the person of Mercedes Martinez, the veteran. And you know, on the surface and looking at this matchup when it was announced, I kind of got the same type of feeling I had when Su Young's match was announced against Serea Knight. You've got a veteran, someone who knows all the tricks, isn't afraid to take a shortcut, doesn't mind beating people up if the opportunity presents itself against a young, up-and-coming star who may not have had that kind of a test before them inside the ring, and you're not exactly sure how they're going to react when dropped into that kind of a strange situation. So it's going to be interesting to see how Eevee reacts here when Mercedes starts to crank up the heat on her during this matchup here, because at some point, you know, Mercedes is going to try to assert herself physically in the ring. Question is, when you're a young competitor, how do you respond when your back is to the wall? How do you respond when your opponent has you in trouble? And you know, at some point, Eevee's going to have to respond when Mercedes tries to, you know, basically just punch her in the mouth. And there it is, right on cue. It's like a Nostra freaking Damus.
And it's not just the punches to the face, it's the chops right on cue. Those chops are deadly. It's not just like a chop, Lenny, it's like she hits you with a palm strike. Ouch.
And she is just brutalizing the youngster out of New Zealand in the corner. And it is gut check time, no pun intended. Oh yeah, a little bit of a pun intended. Gut check time for Eevee. How's she gonna react here? And trying to do what she needs to right there, use her quickness. Blocks that right hand. Firing back. I don't know if she wants to trade physicality with Martinez, but a beautiful high cross body as Eevee soars from the heavens and starts taking over on the Latina sensation, and Mercedes out to the floor. And it's, ironically enough, Mercedes the first person in this matchup looking to create some distance and buy some time, and not Eevee. And that right there, I think, is a huge victory in itself for Eevee, who's not content to sit and wait. She's going to take a chance. Oh, and it cost her. Face first, right on the apron. Nothing but steel and wood on the floor. Out on the side of the ring frame. Beg your pardon. Wood on the floor, steel and wood on the ring frame as Daphne makes her way back to the booth.
I think she might have altered her facial features with the ring.
And that's a shame because she used to be pretty. She might not be anymore after that. And if Mercedes has her way, she's not going to be after this. Right hands raining down from the mounted position by the 10-year plus veteran out of Connecticut. Shimmer original, Shine original, Mercedes Martinez. And while we don't have the full lineup announced for the next 8 women involved in the qualifying matches at Shine 10, I think it's a pretty safe bet to say Mercedes Martinez is going to be involved in one of those matches as Shine returns to iPay-per-view here with Shine 10 on May the 24th.
Hang time. That was crazy hang time.
Oh, she made Eevee think about it before dropping her. Doesn't hook the leg though, rather cocky cover by Martinez. She only gets a near fall right there. Vicious chop. And again. And fans, I know we've talked about Shimmer 53 and WrestleCon. Oh, right to the eyes. Mercedes doesn't do tricks. She doesn't play for the fans. Nice takedown there by Martinez. We talked about Shimmer 53 and everything else that happened as part of the huge weekend at WrestleCon, and all of the Dragon Gate USA, Evolve, and Shimmer events are available right now on demand right here at WWNlive.com. If you haven't seen any of those events, people are still raving about the Dragon Gate USA event from Saturday. Open the Ultimate Gate. And the main event that many people are calling the greatest match in company history, where Johnny Gargano successfully defended the Open the Freedom Gate Championship in controversial fashion in a 30-plus minute match against Shingo. Of course, you can also check out the $5 wrestling event, as well as Kaiju Big Battle on demand here. Right now, Eevee looks to continue her offensive onslaught. Big boot running kick right to the chest. Hooked the leg deep and only two, and whatever butterflies the youngster out of New Zealand may have been feeling, I think they have pretty much gone at this point in the matchup, and she certainly is holding her own here with Martinez as Mercedes puts on the brakes. Stuck in the clothesline by Eevee. Oh, got caught. Wheelbarrow suplex right on the back of her head.
Holy cow. Sacre bleu.
2 count right there by Frankie Gastineau as Eevee showing a little gumption, getting the shoulder off the canvas in time. Still to come, a giant welt on the chest of Eevee after that chop, but still to come later on tonight. Big cage match, main event, the Arkham Asylum, Leva and Kimberly. One of them's gonna end up in a straitjacket. Eevee may end up in traction, 2 count. And the kid got the shoulder up, and I don't think Mercedes can believe it, Daph.
I can't believe her. That was a tremendous show of strength by Eevee. That was absolutely fabulous. Very impressed with her. Mercedes is definitely getting a run for her money.
Looking for a lawn dart there as Eevee slipped out the back door. Elevated, landed on the apron, blocks the right hand. That's a couple of times now we've seen Eevee beat Martinez to the punch with speed. Maybe doesn't have the power, but the quickness clearly her advantage. Missile drop kick again. Eevee soars across the ring. And she was more than halfway across the ring before connecting. Oh, hang time on that kick as she held it up there for a moment. 2 count only. And the former track and field star in New Zealand continuing to dish out some punishment here. Oh, but she ate a spine buster. She ran right into that one. And again, only 2. Of course, we've seen Mercedes in some wars here against Jazz. She is a veteran of the ring, and she is perched up top. Oh, it took a little too much time, and Eevee made her pay there. And she's looking to take a chance. Oh, right on her head. My goodness. Dangerous fall there for Martinez. Eevee slow to get up too, even though she's the one who dished out the move. As both ladies came crashing down very hard. Martinez under the bottom rope. That's a veteran move right there, going out to the floor. As if Eevee were able to capitalize and go for the pin. She couldn't do it with Martinez on the outside, and Mercedes, no idea where Eevee is, looking to take another chance. Oh! Able to connect with the kick she missed earlier. And is that enough to finish Martinez off? I gotta tell you, this would be a huge upset. And a great victory for Eevee. Cover. 2 again. As that slight delay in getting Martinez back inside the ring may have been just enough to allow Martinez to get that shoulder up at 2. But right now, Eevee continuing. Oh, big running boot, nobody home. She got caught up on that top rope. What a suplex. And she's not done yet. Traps the leg. Fisherman Buster. Cover. Martinez victorious.
And the winner of the match, Mercedes Martinez.
What an effort by Mercedes Martinez in victory. But fans, if this is your first chance to have gotten a look at Eevee, you have gotten a look at the future of women's wrestling. This young lady is a star in the making. She came up just a little bit short tonight. But there is no denying the enormous talent of this young woman out of New Zealand. And I certainly hope we get the opportunity to see her in action down the road here in Shine. Should that opportunity present itself, what an effort in a losing cause for Eevee.
We're moving on, and we are having our 4th and final Shine Championship Tournament match right now.
Ribs. And Rain gonna leave April Hunter out here with her, make her way to the back. Came out for moral support, but it is gonna be Ivelisse with her hands full in a big way tonight.
Get up out of your seats. Coming to you live and direct from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's time. It's ball time. This trash coming to the top. Get in the ring. It's ball time. This trash coming to the top. She's good. And she's good. And she's good. They call me Taz, the queen of the ring.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the prize April Hunter. She is 5'4" tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. She's from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Ivelisse. And her opponent. She is 5'4" tall, weighing in at 130 pounds. She's from New Orleans, Louisiana. The female fighting phenom,
Our last qualifying match about to get underway as April Hunter has her eyes on Jazz. You can bet Jazz has her eyes on April Hunter. And she better have a pair of them in the back of her head because she's going to need them. As Ivelisse and April Hunter converge to have a conversation.
Make sure she stays away from my thing. She signed up for the match, so everything is good enough to be in here, all right?
And Ivelisse asking the referee to have Jazz agree to stay away from her rib cage. Well, you may not have wanted to come in with a giant bullseye painted on your rib cage by having them taped up the way you have, but that being said, Jazz is ready to lock up with Ivelisse, and I seem to find myself saying this almost each and every time a match for Ivelisse ends up being announced here as part of Shine Weeks, and I seem to find myself saying each and every time that her match has the opportunity to steal the show, and I think this one, no different, but her being less than 100% against an athlete like Jazz is certainly going to cause her some problems here tonight. And it was a shoulder tackle right into the side of the chest and shoulder of Ivelisse. I didn't see her go near the ribs. And Ivelisse very upset. Of course, we've seen Jazz in so many absolute wars here in Shine. A couple of wild brawls with Mercedes Martinez. A classic against Sarah Del Rey. She has been in some high-profile matches throughout her career, including here as part of Shine. Former ECW original, like I said, two-time WWE Women's Champ. Victorious over Trish Stratus. Both times she won that belt. Of course, Stratus just inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame a couple of weeks back. Nice arm drag right there by Ivelisse. Of course, Ivelisse's career well documented. Her issues on Tough Enough. Cut from that competition because, well, they thought she wasn't able to hack it in the wrestling business. She didn't have the heart for it. Still ended up fighting her way out of it after an injury and got a developmental contract. Made her way down to Florida Championship Wrestling, and you know, for whatever reason, things didn't seem to work out there for her, and she finds herself here as part of the Shine roster. Made her debut back at Shine 5 in a great match, but in a losing effort against Athena. And had another good match against Su Yung back at Shine 6. And then what I think was one of the better matches in Shine history against Lufisto at Shine 7. Before being part of that 8-woman tag team main event war that went all over the building back at Shine 8. And saw Valkyrie victorious, but Ivelisse still wearing the badge of honor from that victory as she was caught in the ring with all 4 of her opponents post-match and absolutely decimated. Awesome calm with the splash off the turnbuckles onto the ribs. Mia Yim hitting Sky Yim right across her face. Thought she broke her nose. But it turned out most of the damage was done by Kong to the rib cage. And here we find ourselves with one of these women looking to move on to be the 4th entrant into that title tournament at Shine 11 as we celebrate our 1st anniversary. Can you believe it's almost been a year, Dav?
You know, I can't, Lenny. The time has flown. And the fact that in just 5 months that we were recognized as the female promotion of the year it's just been such an honor, and I can't believe this. I'm so excited. I think we have nothing but a bright, shining future ahead of us.
Have you gone into work injured? Have any of you gone into work injured? No, you call out. You get sick days. We don't get sick days.
April Hunter lamenting the fact that professional wrestlers don't get sick days out on the floor, and I, for one, would agree with that independently.
And hey, I'm just here independently, that's all.
Ivelisse looking to finish off Jazz here. She's got the Gogoplata locked in, submission predicament. What a move by Ivelisse right there, trying to finish Jazz off. Jazz super strong though. She's got to try and power her way out if she can. Oh, there it is. There's the power. Jazz, not the tallest, not the biggest physical stature. Oh! Not the tallest in physical stature, but maybe the strongest athlete on the roster, pound for pound. And she lost. Ivelisse right there dumped her in a very precarious position, and now Ivelisse undoing the rib tape. And apparently, she doesn't seem to be as hurt as she may have been. She is the best. The forearm shivers, and she does not want to trade with Jazz. Stinging jabs. And Ivelisse on wobbly legs. Big right hand. Down goes Ivelisse.
Maybe she should have left that on. If she wasn't hurt then, she might be now.
Big leg drop. Jazz got great elevation. Man, she hit it with so many lefts, she was begging for the right. April Hunter. I mean, normally already almost coming out of her top. Really almost came out of her top on that 2 count there as she hopped up on the apron. Fortunately, Ivelisse able to get the shoulder up at 2. And now if those ribs were still feeling the effects and she wasn't just trying to sucker Jazz in, they're feeling it now. Abdominal stretch locked in by the female fighting phenom. Say that 3 times fast, I dare you, with an open bar.
Every month every month that she's here, I have to do that tongue twister, and but gladly, she's Jazz.
Ivelisse makes it to the rope and screaming in agony as April Hunter calling timeout for her. That's not really going to help. But a nice kick to the hamstring, however, will. She continues to go downstairs on Jazz. Oh, that one went to the top of the head. And Ivelisse does possess a lethal knockout kick. Something she's incorporated as part of her MMA training that she's been doing over the past couple of months.
I thought there was some interference there by April Hunter, and I'm just going to do another tisk.
Jazz just muscles her to the corner. Oh, guillotine choke. Trying to choke Jazz out here. And Ivelisse is wrenching for all she's worth here, but too close to the ropes. Jazz, great ring generalship right there. The veteran always aware of where she is in the ring at all times. Realized she was right next to the ropes, grabbed hold of it, and able to release the hold. But there's that rib tape. April Hunter choking out Jazz on the floor. It's difficult for the ref when he's getting played by Ivelisse on the other side of the ring. And April Hunter able to go about her business without issue. Vicious thrust kick by Ivelisse. And 2.5. My goodness, this match has been physical. And right back to it. Triangle choke. Oh, but Jazz just punches her way free. Oh, armbar now. She's got the armbar locked in while trapping the head, too. Man, Ivelisse's ground game has come such a long way. She is trying to finish Jazz off. Oh, what a counter by Jazz, though. Smartly drags her away from April Hunter. Muda lock. Oh. Changes it up. Almost a version of the Gory Special. Turns into a pinning combination. Ivelisse fights her way free at 2. As Jazz showing an innovative ground game, but runs into a boot right to the midsection by Ivelisse. And then right down across the shoulder blade. Cover. Again, only 2. Fans still to come. We got a huge main event. The Arkham Asylum cage match coming up right after this. We got a big announcement coming up, Daphne and I, when this match is over. So we got that to look forward to as well. But right now, Jazz needs to look forward to making it to the ropes. And April Hunter trying to stop her by grabbing the ropes, but Jazz still able to make it to the bottom rope, forcing Ivelisse to break the hold. And Ivelisse has been in control here for the last few minutes as she now looks to take a chance. Up to the second. Oh, great counter by Jazz. Regal stretch. Submission predicament now for Ivelisse. Ivelisse caught right in the center of the ring here. Oh, wait a second, Rain. So much for going to the back. Rain up on the apron. She's got the ref distracted. April Hunter up.
What the hell you doing out here, bud?
Oh, Jazz sees that it was Rain.
You want to be like that, right?
Ivelisse back to her feet. Jazz doesn't see it. She's still jawing with Rain. Turn around, Jazz. Look out. Knockout kick. No. Jazz Stinger. Jazz Stinger. Jazz Stinger. Jazz advances. Our fourth and final qualifier from tonight has moved on to Shine 11. It is Jazz as Valkyrie tastes defeat here tonight for the first time. Ivelisse goes down and the shenanigans backfires on Valkyrie here tonight. I'm going to make my way down to ringside as Valkyrie tries to recuperate here.
and I thought my jokes were bad. To you, you're strange to me. But one of these days, I'm gonna catch heat. Your face on the wall, my face on TV. How'd you know the road? Coming 60 I'm moving like a truck. Speed to me, just walk my key. Spongy gully game. And her
main event time here at Shine 9 at the Orpheum in Ybor City. And it all comes to a head here tonight. Kimberly and Leva Bates, Arkham Asylum match. Anything goes inside a cage. To win the match, you must place your opponent inside the straitjacket. And Kimberly is just wearing out Leva Bates with that chair she brought to the ring. The history between these two has been documented. And Leva choking out the ref. I don't think she realizes it's Frankie Gastineau. Maybe she does and just doesn't really like him. I don't know. Well, we've got no ref. And now she's choking out Kimberly here. Trying to make short work of Kimberly, but Kimberly able to free herself. Elbows to the rib cage. And through the ropes. Into the cage goes Leva. And she's, I don't know what she's got. She's got an Orpheum sign. Oh, solid wood sign right down across the back of Leva Bates. Oh, just blew powder into her face. Leva trying to bust out her bag of tricks here. Able to kick away at Kimberly before she was able to connect with that chair. Oh, deranged smile on the face of Leva. And the violence between these two has brought out a side of Leva Bates that I didn't think she had in her. Again, down across the back. Face first to the buckle. And now chair right into the throat. Kimberly, of course, went on that long losing streak since the onset of Shine. Couldn't get anyone to be a friend to her, team up with her. It was finally Leva who agreed begrudgingly to be Kimberly's partner. She drop kicked that chair right into the face. And again, that maniacal cackle, Joker-like laugh of Leva. Again, that chair just landed right on Leva. Oh, senton onto the chair, right across the midsection. And Leva now going after the straitjacket. Trying to finish Kimberly off here. Kimberly, though, kicking away. There's Leva agreeing to team up with Kimberly in that tag team matchup. They lost. Kimberly just snapped as Leva goes face first into the cage. And again, as Leva's head goes bouncing off the steel. Back first, right into that steel supporting beam. And again, rattling the steel. Scoops her up. Fall away slam. Kimberly's got the straitjacket now. She's got one arm in there. A headbutt, though, by Leva. Rocks Kimberly, sends her crashing into the ropes. Dunce cap. Nice catch. Again, that Orpheum sign going downstairs with it. I don't think anybody would dispute that comment. Oh, vicious right hand from Kimberly and a punt right to the rib cage. Handful of hair now choking her on the bottom rope, completely legal. Oh, and the back of her head just cracked into the cage. And so the ladies need to be careful on that side of the cage, as there is a pretty large gap between the ring apron and the cage on that side of the ring. Making this cage extra dangerous. Leva in trouble here as Kimberly looking for the cloverleaf. Oh, right to the head. As that sign just bounced. It's about 1.5 inches of solid oak that just bounced off the skull of Kimberly. And again, that sick smile on Leva's face as she climbs the ropes and the cage. Springboard back elbow. And then right back up to her feet. Now all the way to the top. And I don't know if she's got designs on climbing that cage. She needs to be very careful here. Dangerous position here for Bates. Jesus Christ! Kimberly is not moving. And this one may be over here. Leva with an amazing leap off the cage. Missile drop kick onto Kimberly. Driving her face first into the canvas, and somehow Kimberly fighting back. Drop kick into the ribs. Has Leva between the cage and the apron now. Shoulder block. Oh! Leva caught her. And Kimberly driven right into the cage face first. DDT. And again, Leva going right after the jacket. Again, Kimberly limp. As Leva tries to get that jacket on her a second time, and oh, right around the throat. Nothing fancy about that. Kimberly just choking the life out of Leva here. Up onto the shoulders. Oh, into the cage. And again, driving her. Samoan drop. Now just choking her with that straight jacket. Fans trying to get behind Leva as Kimberly looking to put her in that jacket again. Crosses her arms. That's one way to break it. And Kimberly again elevates her. Climbing the ropes here. Oh, show of power here by Kimberly. Leva trying to hang on to the cage. Sunset bomb! Kimberly, again, flat on her back this time, one arm in that jacket. Leva's almost got her locked up here. And again, Kimberly fighting away, right hands. Both ladies back to their feet. Nope, now they're back to their feet. Kimberly's got that jacket on both her arms. As she elevates Leva, placing her up top. Oh, code breaker. And that might be enough here. Try to turn her over. She's got the arms in. Kimberly flailing away. Lung blower. She's got one strap. Trying to cross the arms and wrap her up here. She's got one left. There it is. Kimberly to her knees. It's over.
here's your winner, Eevee Bates.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Eevee Bates puts an exclamation point on her feud with Kimberly and says, I am done, as she has vanquished Kimberly here tonight inside the Arkham Asylum. And this violent feud has come to a dramatic conclusion here at the Orpheum in Ybor City. Fans, it has been an amazing night here at the Orpheum. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We remind you that Full Impact Pro is back 1 week from tonight on the 26th. Homicide takes on John Davis for the FIP World Heavyweight title. And Dos Pendejos put the tag team titles on the line against the KOA of Aaron Epic and Sugar Dunkerton. Shine 10 is back on May the 24th with 4 more qualifying matches for the Shine title tournament as the road to the gold continues and comes to its conclusion at Shine 11, the first anniversary show, July the 12th, 2013. Fans, I want to thank you again for joining us. For everybody here at the World Wrestling Network and Shine, I'm Lenny Leonard. Good night, everybody.